The Clinton person got assassinated? Yeah, but that was an assassination, I'm pretty sure. Bro, it was, no, that, okay, listen, that one was suspicious. That one was suspicious. A Clinton aide with links to Jeffrey Epstein, who died by suicide last year, had no gun on the scene, according to the early reports of it. New York Post covered it, and then they were like, never mind, there actually was a gun on the scene. They found a shotgun 30 yards away. Mark Middleton, 59, who served in the Clinton White House in the 1990s, was found dead on Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas on May 2nd, 2022. Almost 1 year after Middleton's death, a police report obtained by the outlet this week revealed that the Little Rock businessman was discovered with a gunshot wound to the chest and an extension cord tying his neck to a tree. I could see the male was obviously deceased. Deputy Jeremy Lawson of Perry County Sheriff's Department wrote on his arrival at the grisly scene. Notably, Lawson's account includes that while officers located a gun case and 3 boxes of buckshot in Middleton's BMW SUV, there was no weapon in sight. Though the father of 2 worked for his family's HVAC business in the years before his death, by the way, let's take a moment here and just mention that come on. Come on now! He worked for his family's HVAC business. These fucking memes don't come from... These memes come from somewhere, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This is it. That's real. That's why I always make this joke. Anyway. He previously enjoyed a high-flying lifestyle as special advisor to Clinton and Assistant Chief of Staff Thomas F. McLarty. Middleton notably signed late pedophile Epstein into the White House 7 of the 17 times he visited the residence. He also reported to have flown on Epstein's infamous Lolita Express jet. Middleton left the White House in 1995. The following year, the Los Angeles Times reported his executive access was curtailed after an investigation determined he abused his connections in an effort to become an international dealmaker. The release of the official report comes after Middleton's family, which includes his wife and 2 young adult daughters, petitioned a judge over concerns about the gory photos and videos of the scene being made public. In June 2022, the Arkansas Times reporter, Circuit Judge Alice Gray, determined that the visual content was to remain sealed. The report would be available under the Freedom of Information Act. In the months since his death, internet conspiracy theories had tried to tie Middleton to the Clinton body count, or the right-wing theory that Bill and Hillary had passels of their political opponents killed. Yeah, the bizarre hypothesis first gained traction in part of following the unexpected suicide of White House counsel Vince Foster in 1993. It's just so strange how this keeps happening. Body count truthers were also inflamed when Epstein hanged himself. Obviously, that was not a fucking suicide. Come on, he was suicided. Then President Donald Trump famously retweeted a message accusing the Clintons of orchestrating Epstein's death to mask their own alleged dealings in the sex field. But yeah, so the guy that we're talking about here, okay, he suicided himself by what? Shooting himself with a shotgun. Okay? No, I'm not talking about Seth Rich. The Seth Rich one is not as the Seth Rich one isn't actually a fucking assassination in the way that people make it seem. I don't think the Seth Rich one was literally a fucking I don't think the Seth Rich one was an assassination. I think that was like a run and gun type situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, that one just seems like a fucking mugging that went wrong or something like that. This on the other hand, not just Vince Foster, but also this one specifically, okay? The man shoots himself in the chest with buckshot, tosses the fucking shotgun 30 yards away. They can't even find it at first, okay? 30 feet away, sorry. And then ties himself up to a fucking tree from the neck. A new set of documents was obtained. The Daily Mail states that the Stoger 12-gauge shotgun was 30 feet from the body of Mark Middleton when he was found dead on Heifer Ranch in Perryville, Arkansas. Based on an initial report released yesterday, the outlet previously claimed there was no report on the scene. Yeah, I know that they found a gun. Hold on. I'm going to get to it. Spoiler fucking alert, dude. It doesn't matter. The discovery of a gun on the scene doesn't change the reality that, like, this dude, shot himself through the gun? Walk me through the steps here. So this dude shot himself in the chest, threw the gun away, and then fucking, walked over to a tree and hung himself from the neck? A new set of documents obtained by the Daily Mail states that the Stoger 12-gauge shotgun was 30 feet from the body of Mark Middleton when he was found dead on Heifer Ranch. Based on an initial report released yesterday, the outlet previously claimed there was no weapon on the scene. The additional papers written by Sergeant Keenan Carter also details the length that Middleton went to ensure his suicide attempt was successful by standing on a bench and tying an electrical cord around his neck before finally shooting himself in the chest. It is believed that Mr. Middleton pulled the trigger on the firearm casing to discharge it to strike him in the chest, and then he fell from the bench, causing the extension cord to become tight, cutting off his breathing. Just moments before his death, the HVAC businessman who served as a special advisor to President Bill Clinton, Assistant Chief of Staff Thomas F. Mac McLarty in the early 1990s, reportedly texted his wife that he found the perfect place for a nap in the sun. "You were a great mom and wife, babe," he allegedly wrote to Rhea, with whom he shares 2 young daughters. "Please be happy today to get some sun. It will make you feel better. I love you." Okay, that does sound a little bit more like a suicide. Let's be real. The message concluded with the heart emoji. Middleton's body was discovered that afternoon when ranch employee Ian Peters noticed that his SUV had been parked for several hours. Deputies found a gun case and 3 rounds of buckshot in Middleton's car before they came upon the body. "I ran towards her. I could see officers moving where she was. She was pointing towards the overlook, asking, 'Is that a human? Is that a body?' Carter's report states the officers determined that the gun was flung away from Middleton's body due to the recoil and angle of the ground. Ozzy clearly flung himself from the tree and then threw the shotgun, causing the shotgun to fire, making it the greatest three-pointer of all time." I mean, I don't know. It's not as... It could be suicide. You know? Could. Wait, hold on. Where was Dick Cheney? Shotguns aren't drop safe, so maybe it went off after it hit the ground too. All I'm saying is, easy to send those text messages. Okay? The Daily Mail's initial claims that Middleton's death was self-inflicted despite there being no weapon at the scene immediately ignited suspicion related to the far-right Clinton body count conspiracy theory. The far-fetched idea that Middleton was targeted by the Clintons was amplified by his ties to pedophile Epstein before he left politics in 1995. He also reportedly wrote Epstein's infamous Lolita Express jet. A 1996 investigation found that he abuses high-flying contacts to position himself as an international deal maker. Despite a dearth of evidence, self-professed Clinton truthers have also pounced on similar deaths involving Clinton associates, including the 1993 suicide of Deputy White House counsel Vince Foster, Epstein's own hanging death while awaiting trial in 2019. I will never, ever, ever agree that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Okay? I'm sorry. That is not what's going on there. If you think that Jeffrey Epstein unironically killed himself, you are being duped. Okay? Sorry. Not even a little itty bitty. No, no, no. Okay? No, not even a little bit. Saying Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself is easy if you don't talk about who probably did kill him. Yeah, I don't know who did kill him. It could be any number of guys. He was the blackmail guy for Mossad and CIA. I'm pretty sure that, like, he had an entire list of people that would possibly fucking kill him. Come on. I mean, that list is deep as fuck, dude. His death was bipartisan win. Yeah, exactly. Come on, dude. Come on. I would, even if I saw video footage of Jeffrey Epstein, like, hanging himself, okay, which, by the way, we just mysteriously don't have because the footage just, it went away. It broke right at the time when he fucking killed himself. Even if I saw video footage of him hanging himself, I still probably wouldn't believe it. But, Epstein's death had more than two options: suicide, murder. He could have also been seeking a transfer. He'd done this before. Okay, dude. No, I don't think he fucking ran away secretly and he's still alive. I'm not a believer in that. That's crazy. I think they just, tied a loose end. Okay. Getting back to this, though. Getting back to this issue. I don't even know how the fuck we got here. Oh, because the guys died. The investigators died on a plane crash, but that one is not suspicious. I mean, there are some that are suspicious and some that aren't. I don't think as far as I understand, the investigators that died on the plane crash, not as suspicious.
They have released